It's exactly 6 minutes gone past 9 a.m. Good morning and thank you for joining us on today's edition of the News Punch, reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin, where we bring you the trending stories across the globe. My name is Bisola Oduwole Suleiman, and here are the stories making the waves across the world. In Nigeria, the Labour Party presidential candidate during the last presidential election, Peter Obi, has urged the Nigerian judiciary to utilize the election cases before it to reaffirm its integrity. Obi, a former Anambra State governor, also urged Nigerians to face the current reality and seek ways to change the bad narratives through legal and acceptable means. The former governor made the call on Monday morning, hours before the inauguration of the president-elect Bola Tinubu. Still in Nigeria, the Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has announced that he had become poorer by 12% since the last 4 years. Makinde, who spoke with newsmen, further announced that he had submitted his assets declaration form at the Code of Conduct Bureau office in Ibadan on Friday. Makinde was worth over 48 billion naira in 2019 when he became governor. And moving on to the foreign scene, United States President Joe Biden has finalized an agreement with House Speaker Kevin McCarthy to raise the debt ceiling over 2 years until January 1st, 2025, saying the deal is ready to move to Congress for a vote. The Democratic President and a Republican Speaker spoke on Sunday evening as negotiators rushed to draft and post the bill's text to enable lawmakers to review compromises that are unlikely to be popular with the progressive Democrats or hard-right Republicans. The two men hope they can secure sufficient votes before the June 5 deadline to avert a first-ever default by the federal government. A vote in the House is expected on Wednesday. And in the world of sports, the 2022-2023 Premier League season came to an end on Sunday. Manchester City are champions again, and they will be playing in the Champions League alongside Arsenal, Manchester United and Newcastle United. Liverpool and Brighton have qualified for the Europa League and could be joined by West Ham if they beat Fiorentina in the Europa Conference League final on June 7. Aston Villa finished 7th and will participate in next season's Europa Conference League. The confirmed relegated trio are Southampton, Leeds United and Leicester City. Everton survived by the skin of their teeth, while Nottingham Forest and Bournemouth were safe despite being in dangerous positions going into 2023. And that's all we have for you on this morning's edition of the News Sponge. Coming up next is the Diamond Breakfast Show, where we take a look at the analysis of some of the major stories making the round. Do stay with us.
From news to sports, current affairs to entertainment, beautiful music, amazing programs, we got you all covered at Diamond 88.7 FM.
The major talking points in Nigeria are always on the lips of the citizens.
What's going on in this country? Look at smaller countries taking lead and you call yourself giant of Africa. Yeah.
Nigeria don't spoil my business too much. Nigeria is too hard for us. I mean, I want to kill us. Father, not kill us for Nigeria. Oh, please, help us beg them.
They should reduce their expenditure so that they can free enough money for social development.
I wish for a Nigeria where we elect a leader based on competency and not popularity.
On the Diamond Breakfast Show, we place the spotlight on the critical issues in the country.
Government that says they are broke can prioritize construction of an additional runway over education of the people.
How can how can you hurt Indomine? This is intolerable. It's provocative.
Now, you see, when you look at our democratic journey, we are yet to practice genuine democratic system in Nigeria.
Join us on Mondays to Friday on the DBS from 9 to 10 a.m. The Diamond Breakfast Show, amplifying the voice of the people. From the studios of Diamond 88.7 FM in Ilorin, this is the Diamond Breakfast Show.
It's a brand new day, a brand new dawn, a brand new week, and it's a brand new administration for Nigeria as well as we inaugurate our president for the next 4 years. It's a lot that now this morning, and with that we say very good morning to you. You're tuned in and listening to Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin. Today, Monday, the 29th May 2023. It's a public holiday, so I guess you're following all the events that are going on all through the day. This is the Diamond Breakfast Show, where we take a look at some of the analysis of the major stories making the rounds. And this morning will not be any different. We'll be having an interesting conversation this morning. My name is Bisola Oduwole Suleiman. But before I introduce my guest, let's quickly go to the News and Current Affairs Department, where we take a look at the news commentary for today. My guest this morning is Dr. Suleiman. He is a university lecturer, a public affairs analyst, and a social commentator. We will be getting to the news commentary later on during the course of the program. Dr. Suleiman, good morning, sir.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning.
Thank you for having me.
All right, it's good to have you here today to discuss this very interesting topic with me. It's a brand new day, like I said. Every journey has an end. Every book has a last chapter. At the end of an era, the dawn of another one. 2015 to 2023, the former head of state, the man who contested the election 6 times, won it twice, the general from Daura, now a former president, or who will be a former president in the next few hours, in the next couple of hours of the country, Muhammad Buhari, he officially leaves the mantle of power today. Ashiwaju is the new name and the hope till the next 4 years. Nigeria has history. Nigeria knows the journey. Nigeria has questions, dreams, and aspirations. All these fall on the shoulder of a former senator, former governor of Lagos State, and now it will be the president of the country in the next few hours. That is Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, having won the elections recently. Today's conversation is about the last journey and the first impressions of a new journey. We take a new path today, and it is hopeful that it leads us to the desired trajectory. Now, Buhari officially leaves office today. What are your words for the president?
Thank you very much. Let me start by saying that I'm very happy, and it's an honor to be here today at this present moment during this very important period in our democracy. I know I'm not alone, and I know I have other Nigerians who, after everything, they still have within themselves hope. And a man who has lost hope, has lost everything. As Nigerians, as much as we are still hopeful, we are hoping and praying and planning, of course, to see a better Nigeria. Where to the president leaving office, we may have our own opinions. We may have different divergent views where we meet or where we have choose to view things apart. But the certain thing, one thing that we can all agree on is that this man has, in his own way, has put all his best. And whether we like it or not, he likes it or not, the way God has planned it, everything that has a beginning must definitely have an end. So today marks the end of his own period as the president of Nigeria. Constitutionally, it is impossible for him to come back constitutionally to lead Nigeria. He has done it once, he has done it twice. Now the ball lies on another person entirely to lead us to open a new chapter. And if we quickly add anything now, is that I will urge all of you, regardless of our divides in politics, religion, tribes, or what have you, that the best thing we can do for Nigeria is to pray that if we are hopeful, we pray that we are right. But if we have doubt before, we pray that we are not right. Because if you have doubt and you are right, that means our suffering continues.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Suleiman. That's a very good note to start off the program this morning. But we need to go on a short time out. When we come back, we will be talking about this new chapter, the past chapter that is about to end today, and the new chapter that we're about to go into, expectations, what we're looking forward to in this new chapter. To stay with us, it is still the Diamond Breakfast Show. just tuned in and joining us, you're still listening to the Diamond Breakfast Show, reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM Ilori. And this morning, we're talking about the new dawn that we're about to experience in Nigeria. The past administration, let's still talking about President Muhammadu Buhari because he's still the president as of this time. What are the records that we can identify with the president in the last 8 years that he was in the office? We'll take this chop, so we can move into the next.
Well, thank you very much. Well, as much as we may want to have different opinions, like I mentioned earlier, this is tenor both the first and second was without his own achievement records. Like I say, let me start by saying one that I think it's at the beginning. It was all across. It was adjured one of the most freest selection process, and that is the issue of empire, where he introduces the NTeach, NAGRIC, and all on NET and others. At that particular period in time, a lot of Nigerians youth were engaged, running to about 200 or 300 at the beginning of the end of the first and the second batch. I think we still have the third batch right now. Probably are also winding down. So apart from that, one other thing I'll quickly look because of our time is one of this very important projects which the president also always try to bring into limelight and probably record as one of his biggest achievements. With the first one being the completion or the construction of the second Niger Bridge. So we have had that before him, but he was able to do something significant about it. And secondly is the electoral act. As regardless of the way we want to paint the last general election, it's one of the elections that has ushered in some miracles. It has ushered in some unexpected results. We have for the first time one of the very diverse assembly where in terms of a winning election. Right now we have a national assembly with PDP, the APC, with the Labour Party, the SDP, and some other parties like that coming in at the House of Representative level, at the Senate level, and also the Electoral Act, which I think it can still be improved on. But the Electoral Act, you will agree with me that is the right step in the right direction. And we also have some other few projects again. But one other thing that will have been very, very lovely, but because of the outcome of the policy, is the fact that President Muhammadu Buhari was a leader who, where it also has its own bad aspect, but he's a president who is never afraid to take a very difficult step. Let me start from the one we may want to think as the likely one, which is the final acceptance and honor given to the late MKO. You understand? We are presidents from the past that shy away from that. He was not afraid. He did. Let me say what we will say that one can just say that he did right by him. The other one is some other policies, like the closure of our border and the change in our currency. The change in our currency is a policy document. It's not introduced by him. It's something that it is expected that we kind of do periodically. But there are many things attached to it. So he was able to firmly, or let me say, to introduce it, although the introduction, the implementation could have been well planned and ended up in a better, you understand?
Because I was about to ask you
No.
about that.
I know.
A lot of people face a lot of challenges during
it was
this
because
time.
of the way the policy was implemented. You understand? It was
So
implemented.
in your opinion, it was a good policy. It was just the
It
implementation.
was a good policy. In fact, if it's not a good policy, we won't have the policy over the years. The policy is there. Nobody's challenging the policy. What caused this problem was the way it was introduced. We have countries all over the world that change currencies. Changing of currency is not a big deal. We can change it, but we can change it systemically. We can change it in such a way that it will not affect the common man on the street. But we cannot just change it like open your eyes, close your eyes, everybody fall in line. You understand? And one thing is that, like I said, it shows that the president is not always afraid to take any firm decision. Although the two decisions I refer to affected us badly. So one may say the two policies were poorly implemented.
Okay, all right. Now, it's good that we have talked about the records of the past president. Let's also talk about is leaving. Is he leaving us on the right motion to traject to the next phase in our developmental goals? Like right now, is it leaving a good template on ground for us to move into the next phase of our development as a country?
If this question is asked, if you ask people who actually felt the negative parts of this president, they will want to ask you that what kind of question is this? Which template? Do you want us to continue like this? But like I said, we still all have our reservation.
All right.
On the performance of the president. We are people who believe he has done well. We are people who believe he can do better. And we have people who believe that, but from my own angle, I just believe that common Nigerians felt the negative, you understand, impact of the policy. Like I said, some of these policies were poorly implemented. Because of the hardship on the streets is unspeakable. So coming or thinking, is it the right path or no? Time will tell.
All right. Now, moving on from the past administration, because we're entering into a new administration in the next couple of hours. Our new president will be sworn in. What are the immediate challenges that this new president will meet, and what should the response be like?
Thank you very much. Let's go by what happened in the last election. Let us put into focus the Nigerians who exercise their franchise.
All right.
Out of those who have exercised their franchise, the record is clear. He has the majority of those who agree and choose him to be the president of Nigeria.
All right.
However, the first challenge is that the president should not forget that majority of those who actually went to poll pick other candidates ahead of him. It's not as if they don't want him or they want him, but they picked other candidates. How do I come to this conclusion? If you put together the votes of the second person, the third person, and the fourth person, is obviously more than his vote as the first person.
All right.
And this is one of the few elections that will be having this kind of statistics in our country.
Okay.
So it means that the president should be aware that, which I believe he is, I'll come to that later, but he should be aware that Nigeria is probably at this very point in time very divided. You understand? Politically.
All right.
Very divided. So he has to put more effort to win people's trust. He has to, the language, the body language, the textures, the decision, the tones, the address, you understand, the signal, the communication, the non-verbal communication, the selective process, the appointment, you understand, should be in such a way that it will rather win people over.
All right.
If with what we have known him to be, for those who care to actually study our new president, is that he is somebody who from the past has always been able to separate politics from governance. So now, more than ever, he needs to put that into focus.
All right.
There will be a lot of politics, and he also has what? To govern. So one thing people will be looking at is that people will be looking at all these things. In fact, right from his speech, people are already taking accord from all the transition process. If you look at the last speech he gave, he said we should not pity him. That he is aware of the challenges at hand. So it shows that he also knows that we are also watching. So he has to put all this to BS and start navigating the everything that comes with power. So one thing for sure that he should be very conscious of is he should be conscious of literally everything, because there will be political blackmailing. There will be people who put everything he's doing to scrutiny in the public opinion. You understand? All opposition, all the banters, all the criticisms that he has before become president, all these things are not going away.
All right.
So, and in his own ways, I think he has been trying gradually You understand? To win people over. This will actually happen.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Fistus Suleiman. You can join in the conversation via text or WhatsApp 091 3655 6864. 091 3655 6864. Or you can also call us on 091 3655 6952 or 800 887. We move on to our news and current affairs department to listen to the news commentary for today. It is talking about May 29th. Let's hear what our news and current affairs department have for us today. Do stay with us. It is still the Diamond Breakfast Show.
Good morning. Here is this week's commentary as written by Sani Alausa Isa. It is titled Embracing Democracy, a New Era for Nigeria. The inauguration of a new president in Nigeria marks a significant milestone in the nation's democratic journey. As the country celebrates this momentous occasion, it is crucial to reflect upon the importance of democracy and the responsibility that comes with assuming the highest office in the land. A stable democracy not only brings hope but also holds the potential to transform the lives of Nigerians, making it imperative for the new president to fulfill the promises made during the campaign. Democracy stands as the bedrock of a just society, ensuring the participation and representation of the people. It upholds the principles of freedom, equality, and accountability, granting citizens the power to choose their leaders and express their aspirations. The peaceful transfer of power from one administration to another exemplifies the strength and resilience of Nigeria's democratic institutions. A smooth and peaceful transition of power showcases Nigeria's commitment to democratic values. It symbolizes the country's ability to uphold the will of the people and sets an example for other nations striving for democratic governance. Furthermore, a successful transition is a testament to the maturity and wisdom of the Nigerian electorate who exercise their voting rights to shape the nation's destiny. As the new president Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu assumes office, he must prioritize fulfilling the promises made during his campaigns. Nigerians have placed their trust and hope in the president, expecting transformative change, improved governance, and solutions to the nation's pressing challenges. The president must honor their commitments to the citizens, translating words into action and implementing policies that uplift the lives of Nigerians. A stable democracy fosters good governance, which encompasses transparency, accountability, and the rule of law. Therefore, Bola Tinubu must prioritize eradicating corruption, streamlining bureaucratic processes, and creating an environment conducive to economic growth and social development. By upholding these principles, the president can instill confidence in the Nigerian people, attract foreign investment, and enhance the nation's reputation on the global stage. In a diverse country like Nigeria, inclusive leadership is paramount. Tinubu must prioritize unity, foster national cohesion, and ensure equal representation of all ethnic, religious, and social groups. By embracing diversity and promoting inclusive policies, the president can bridge divides, strengthen the nation's fabric, and create an environment where every Nigerian feels valued and empowered. The inauguration of a new president in Nigeria signifies the dawn of a new era, brimming with hope and possibilities. Democracy empowers the people and holds leaders accountable, while a peaceful transition demonstrates Nigeria's commitment to democratic values. As the new president assumes office, they carry the weight of the aspirations and dreams of Nigerians. By fulfilling campaign promises, promoting good governance, and embracing inclusive leadership, the president can pave the way for a prosperous future, transforming Nigeria into a beacon of democratic excellence. Let us celebrate this milestone and remain vigilant, ensuring that democracy thrives and catalyzes progress in Nigeria. Good morning. I am Toby Adebisi.
sí mọ́ àwọn ká ti sá lọ àrùnmọ́lẹ́gùn ẹ̀yìn dídùn làkúrẹ́ ìgbé wọ́n ti lọ wá bí wọ́n sí kára o lè pé bàmù rẹ̀ àtòrà dáadáa.
kókó lára ọ̀tá le. gbéra ńlẹ̀ kó dìde. kára o lè pè ń ban. àtòrà wọ̀ àtòrà pẹ̀sẹ̀ àtòrà dáadáa. kegun tó kegun náà. kára o yá gágá. ara ń ronú tẹ́lẹ̀ kò ronú mọ́. tẹ̀bá ti fi kára o lè pè ń ban ra. lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ló ń ṣiṣẹ́ wọnú eegun. tó sì ń ṣe àtúntò rẹ̀. òṣùbù yẹ̀kẹ́ fa párọ̀ tàbí fi ẹsẹ̀ dá. fi kára o lè pè ń ban bọ̀. káì ara rẹ̀ ó lè padà yakinlala. action ó jẹ́ àwọ̀ká àròmọ̀lẹ́gun làkúègbé ara ríro tàbí ẹ̀yìn dídùn. kára o lè pè ń ban lọ́kọ̀ gbogbo wọn. agbára pọ̀ kára ó lè pè ń bá. tuyi pharmaceutical industries limited. àwọn tó lórúkọ tó ṣe é gbẹ́kẹ̀lé níbi ká po oògùn òyìnbó ló ṣe é. kára ó lè pè ń bá. ẹ̀rọ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ pín ìrèpàtú òpèrè ta pàtà pọ́npọ́n. kára ó lè pè ń bá. ó kì í síbẹ̀.
kára ó lè pè ń bá mú rẹ̀ àtúrà dáadáa.
The federal government, through the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, announces the availability of COVID-19 and childhood vaccines nationwide. With the disturbing increase in reported cases of COVID-19 infections across Nigeria, protect yourself and loved ones from the harmful virus by getting vaccinated. Visit the nearest public or private health facility and mass vaccination sites today to receive the first, second, or booster doses of COVID-19 vaccines. COVID-19 vaccines are given to persons 18 years and above, including pregnant women and breastfeeding mothers, while childhood vaccines are given to children from birth to 5 years for protection against polio, hepatitis, yellow fever, measles, meningitis, and other vaccine-preventable diseases. All vaccines are free, safe, and effective. For inquiries, visit www.nphcda.gov.ng or call 0700-220-1122.
This message is brought to you by the National Primary Health Development Agency in collaboration with the Nigeria Red Cross Society with support from the Africa CDC SLL program.
Please listen to this announcement. This notice is hereby given to all shareholders of RAC Unity Petroleum Company PLC in liquidation that the registrar of the company, First Registrars and Investor Services Limited, has commenced distribution of final payments to shareholders. Accordingly, the company has uploaded list of shareholders yet to claim their payments on the company's website, www.racunity.com. The concerned shareholders are requested to download the registrar's e-dividend form from this website, www.firstregistrarsnigeria.com, and complete their details. Thereafter, submit same to the registrar's address at number 2 Abebe Village Road, Igomu, Lagos, or via email at info@firstregistrarsnigeria.com on or before May 30, 2023. Note that this serves as a final call to all shareholders and that distributions not claimed on or before May 30, 2023 will be paid into public fund of the Federation, kept by the Corporate Affairs Commission, known as the company's liquidation account. Any person who requires further information may contact the liquidator by email to rackliquidation@epiclegal.net. Announcer Chinwe Chiwete Mrs. Liquidator.
Madam, see, even me myself, I'm trapped in this situation, looking for a better payment solution. My banking app is malfunctioning.
Now this could be you being chased around for due payments.
Oh Lord, why did I forget to pay this woman's money into the bank on Friday? Who did I offend? This woman won't let me rest. Oh, she's calling again. Chai.
Now it's obvious he's not using the GoMoney app. You see, friends, with GoMoney, you have access to the easiest banking experience. Start by opening an account in 3 minutes or less and enjoy amazing features like splitting bills or settling due payments with friends and colleagues. Send payment requests to clients, schedule future payments, create a virtual or physical debit card for subscription payments, and so much more. Simply download the GoMoney app from the App Store or Play Store to get started today. All from the comfort of your phone. No stress, no hassle.
Madam, you've received your payment now, Abby.
GoMoney, the bank you deserve.
Welcome back. You're still tuned in and listening to the Diamond Breakfast Show. And we took a stroll to the News and Current Affairs Department to listen to the news commentary for today. Thank you so much, Toby Loba at DBC, for that news commentary. And I still have my guest in the building, Dr. Tosin Hafiz Suleiman. And this morning, we're talking about the next phase, the new dawn that we're stepping into in a couple of hours. What are our expectations? Still talking about the president-elect, who will be the president of Nigeria in a few moments. Asiwaju is regarded as a builder of many goals. Is Lagos State a yardstick to predict the next phase of Nigeria? Let's also bear in mind our diversity. We're talking about different states, different people from different tribes. Is Lagos State a yardstick?
Thank you very much. Sorry, before I quickly answer this question, like I have a concluded part to my initial position.
All right.
And the fact is that, honestly speaking, if truly we like ourselves and we like our country, this is the time that we all should leave everything behind. Let's see today the beginning of this new government as a new beginning in this country.
All right.
Let's, at least for now, give the new administration benefit of doubt. Let all comes together and look at things with an open mind, open hand, and observe things objectively. It's not just the new government. Honestly speaking, we also have to probably re-strategize. Look at it. I'm not saying we should leave the government to swim or paddle the canoe or Nigerian canoe, but we should look at it and not start by throwing as many criticism as possible. I want to believe from his body language, he's aware of all these things. So I believe that by the time we should not be interested in being right. A lot of things have been said before it comes to power. Honestly speaking, our position should not be to be right. In fact, we should be interested in Nigeria moving forward rather than us to be right or to be wrong.
All right.
So let's leave the right and wrong game apart. Let's now face, at least for the first 2 years, let us face governance. That is the first thing I'd like to add to that.
Right.
Now, looking at what he has done, I want to believe that it is always good to judge a man based on what he has done before objectively.
All right.
So I believe that there is no governor in the whole of Nigeria, 36 states rather, that we cannot use what he has done in his former status to judge what he'll be doing now, especially looking like Lagos State.
All right.
Lagos State is, no argument about that, is one of the most developed states in Nigeria. When it comes to diversity, it is highly diverse. When it comes to religion, it is there. Well, it's just like, some people may even want to put it like a mini Nigeria on its own.
All right.
So if we look at what he has been able to do, however, we should also be aware that regardless of how we want to situate Nigeria to mean Lagos, it is not the same. Whether he likes it or not, it's better he realize it on time that Nigeria is quite different from Lagos State.
All right.
This is not to say that the experience he has gathered from Lagos State and from his involvement, directly or indirectly, with the politics of other states, or his involvement in governance in politics of Nigeria over the years will not come to bear. It will definitely do. However, the fact remains that he will face new challenges like never before. He will face new opportunities like never before. And the best thing he can do is to want to realize this, and two, to be open to it, and surround himself, most importantly, with people who are progressive in thinking, progressive in action, and are not selfish.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Fistos Suleiman. Let's take some contributions via calls or text messages. 091 3655 6952 887. That is the number to call. Let us know what your thoughts are, what your expectations are as we enter a new administration today. What do you think Nigerians can also do to support the new government that we're about to inaugurate this morning? 091 3655 6952. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Mr. Davis calling from Shao.
All right, Mr. Davis, it's good to have you on the program. Go ahead, please.
Yes, I agree with the doctor in the house. They have said a lot of things.
All right.
This is one of Nigerian nationalists that I can see we have now. On the Aswadi Tinubu tenor, because I would like to speak on the word tenor again, because it's an arbitred comment already.
All right.
The incoming president, what Nigeria needs from him, the first thing we need from him is we need total reconciliation. Because Nigeria is more divided than, even more than when we are divided in the civil war. He needs to unite us together. I heard him the other time saying that the unity of Nigeria is not negotiable.
All right.
But our existence together as a country must be debatable on the table. Because as we have it now, Nigeria is running a system of the more you contributed, the less you receive. So we need a true federalism.
All right.
We make Nigeria to work well.
All right. Thank you so much.
Now.
All right. All right. Thank you for your contribution. 0913655 6952 887 887. That is the number to call. You can send in your reactions via text or WhatsApp 091 3655 6952 as well. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm speaking from Oka.
All right. Good to have you on the program. Go ahead, sir.
May God bless the guest and the last speaker.
Amen.
I wouldn't have just to talk about the outgoing government. But like the last speaker said, we are more divided than ever before. Politically, religiously, tribe, and whatever you can think of, we are more divided than ever before. So that is where Tinubu will start from. But it is not Tinubu that even needs to be advised for Nigerians. We are impatient. We don't even think about that government is not miracle. Especially the Yorubas. We see Tinubu as miracle worker who will change everything within seconds.
All right.
That may not be so. But on Tinubu's side, if he's thinking that Lagos is staying with Nigeria, like your guest said, he will be wrong. And those who brought him in now, they are politicians. He should bring in technocrats, not politicians.
All right.
To work with him.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for that contribution. Now, this one says, good morning. The new government has a lot to repair, has a lot of repair to make. First, Nigerians' psyche has been damaged due to bad policies of the outgoing government. The new government needs to earn the trust of the populace first. Secondly, it needs competent and hardworking ministers to be able to move the country forward. It must be fair to all Nigerians, irrespective of class, tribe, and religion. I pray God gives him the wisdom to achieve greater success and redeem people's hope. That's Olatinwo from Airport. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Oladele.
All right, Oladele, go ahead, please.
In as much as we have divided opinions on our new president, I think there's hope. The reason I say that is not because of the president himself, but he's someone that is surrounded by a lot of technocrats. People with their audience. One advice I would just give him is, unlike the last president, we should cultivate a habit to relate to Nigerians, speak to Nigerians, no matter what. When it's difficult, when it's easy, you have better.
All right.
That.
All right. All right. Thank you. Good morning. All right. Keep the calls coming in. Let's take one last call for the day. Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Dr. Zil from Party.
All right. In a few seconds, Dr. Zil, we're about to wrap up. Go ahead, sir.
I am happy to reach the studio today because I wouldn't have been happy if I don't reach the studio to really express my interest. Because the new government should just not follow the nepotistic idea of the one that is going. It should balance its appointment. Everybody should not come from the north or anybody who comes from the south. It should balance it.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Dr. Zil. And this is where we wrap up on the program. But before we go, what are your final thoughts on the issue we talked about and your advice to Nigerians as we move into a new administration? In 1 minute.
Thank you very much. I want to start by advising our new president that the fact is, whether people have doubted his capability, ability or not, he should probably, after assuming this position, take a few minutes, few seconds, any way he used to do it, and start reflecting. Because at that particular time, everything counts.
All right.
And to Nigerians, just like one of our callers mentioned, we may not expect something drastic. However, I think if you look at Nigerians' nature, just like we had in 2015, I would not be surprised if we are not experiencing some initial changes. There is this way everybody always like to put themselves in the right shape at the beginning of the administration like this. However, the failure of that administration to maintain the momentum is what always bring us even to the level that we are more we went backward than we used to be. So we just want the president not to take everything drastically, take everything timely, and move in the right direction.
All right.
God bless Nigeria. And God bless us.
All right. God bless us all. And this is a good note to wrap up the program. Thank you so much, Dr. Afistos Suleiman, for coming. He is a university lecturer, a public affairs analyst, and a social commentator.
Thank you very much, and congratulations to all of us.
Congratulations to Nigerians. All right. My name is Bisola Oduwole Suleiman, and I'm going to leave you with this. Let us do our part as Nigerians to ensure that we all have a better future, a better Nigeria. Have a lovely day, and congratulations to us all.
Today marks another milestone in the history of political development of the country, Nigeria. Bola Adekunle Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, and Kashim Shettima, CFR, would be inaugurated as the Executive President and Vice President, Federal Republic of